What's good? You done clicked on the video, so I'm already knowing you with the vibes. Today we got a situation where a man put his hands on a woman. We gonna tune in as these two gentlemen go over the reasoning, the repercussions, and the resolutions to the situation. Let's see what it's talking about.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just going to show the screenshot of the image. We might end up messing around and playing it. I'm trying not to, but here we are right here. And you have a female. And you know, I'm going to play just a little bit of this so that we just have some grounding.
Yeah.
I wish I could fast forward it. And I do know that there may be some context of this video, but for those who are watching, know that the reaction is based on the video. It's not based on the context, which is unknown and will be speculative. I know some of these internet nerds have nothing better to do but to find out everything that's going on. But the fact of the matter is I spoke on what is present in the video. So I'm going to go ahead and for you just a bit of it, and then we'll get to the discussion.
See how sick the world
Okay.
really is like. So bro took off on short.
Okay, so this guy's throwing haymakers at this young lady, and fortunately, this is a bit off screen. But in short, he throws haymakers at the young lady. Then, or actually, the important thing to understand is before he starts throwing those haymakers, she set up a camera covertly, sits down with him. She's talking, he's talking. She says something. We can observe a reaction in him. Then he starts throwing haymakers. Then he gets up and walks out, presumably out of anger. She gets up, walks over, grabs the camera. Then it cuts to a clip of her, supposedly her father and her brother, beating up the young man who had previously been hauling off on her. Is that an accurate description of the video?
That's what I believe you described. It seemed that way, very much so.
Oh, okay, very good.
She definitely, someone definitely set up that camera. I don't know if she did, but she likely did.
Yes. And the only reason I say that is because immediately after she finished getting hauled off on, she gets up, walks straight to the camera and picks it up. And also doesn't seem to be terribly bothered by what had happened. Seems like it was par for the course for this individual.
This wasn't the first time.
So that's that. And then we'll see the comment that Mr. Jasper wrote, which reads, I don't know if you made any other comments, let me know, but the one that I observed reads, "Bruh, what are you talking about?
Right.
What does this have to do with him showing self-control?"
Right.
Okay, and then...
No, I didn't. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, all right, fantastic. So I'll yield the floor to you to clarify that statement and then dive in.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we don't know what happened previous, right? But what I do know is that, yeah, the camera was propped up. What I responded to more importantly is a comment you made. You said, you described the setting and then, or what you thought was the setting. And then you said she wanted that whipping. That's what you said. And I'm like, and then that may not necessarily, first of all, I don't think that sister wanted that whipping. I think she, we're being extremely presumptuous. You're saying, oh, she was trying to provoke him.
I don't want to stop you. I just want to clarify. So as you are going, we have full understanding of what you're saying. So I want you to continue. If you don't mind, I just want to inquire about a couple of things that you said.
Sure.
Because we're going to deal with a lot of new ideas. So one, you said that sister. What do you mean by that?
Just a woman. Anytime I see a woman, I don't know her background or whatever. I'm like, that's just, I don't think that sister asked for that beating. Like that dude.
Would you say that sister?
Yeah, I would say that sister.
So you just mean a female?
Yeah, I just mean a female.
And then you stated that you don't think she wanted that whooping.
Yeah, I don't think, because a lot of things can happen in fight and combat. I'm a combat specialist, I'm a hand-to-hand combat specialist and otherwise. I know what it can lead to. So I don't think a human being would just ask for that type of situation. If I had to look into it a little bit more and then seeing that her father and brother responded, she may she may have just needed some evidence to show people what she was talking about, because a lot of women sometimes did not believe, or they be afraid for a long time and say, listen, I'm telling people, but I don't know where to go with this. Like, I've seen it on both sides, you know?
Fair enough. And that is quintessentially my challenge, is that all of those things and the thinking behind those actions is wrong. Number one, if a guy is beating you, whoever you may be, you may be a male, you may be a female, the smartest thing to do is extract yourself from that situation and relationship.
Mm-hmm.
The most evil thing you could do is try to recreate the bad situation for whatever purpose. For the purpose of documenting, for the purpose of proving it to other people. A functional, mentally healthy, productive person would have never been in the situation. But someone who would be trying to be a functional, mentally healthy, happy person would immediately extract themselves from that position in that situation.
Yeah, she toxic. In my opinion, y'all, she toxic, because this is something I feel like it probably happened in the past, but for her to provoke the situation for it to happen again, she knew what she was doing. And she had the camera set up. This is toxic behavior on her side. Now, I'm not discounting the man's behavior, because he dead wrong. Putting your hands on a female, no go. All day, like, I'm totally against that. But she provoked this man for this situation to play out like this.
You wouldn't try to recreate a bad situation. So that's number one. That's problematic. She put herself in that situation, and she said something to him that was inflammatory. Only common sense could dictate that. You can observe from the beginning of the video, they're fine. She starts babbling. He reacts out of anger, which would indicate that she said something to inflame him. Now, here's the thing. Am I saying that he reacted appropriately? No, sir.
Right.
Am I saying that that was the way that I would react, or I would recommend anyone react, or that I condone it? No, sir. Mm-hmm. Am I 100% certain that she said something on purpose to inflame him? I'm 100% certain she did that. She did it on purpose. She did it to bring that specific reaction out of him.
Right.
She is 50% of the problem there.
I agree. So what's the...
Now, when he reacted that way.
I can't say that. Remember, we speaking atomically. I'm an engineer by education. So when you said you want to start here and then things start, different, going into different angles, I can very follow that. She cannot take 50% of that.
Should she take 100%? Is that what
we don't know? We don't know what she said. Secondly, that does not have anything to do with his reaction. He has to control.
You said what she said had nothing to do.
Has nothing, because she spoke. She didn't hit him. She didn't hit him. Right. So
that doesn't make sense. That's like,
it makes a lot of sense, because
it doesn't make sense, because you're suggesting that words can never justify physical reaction.
I never said that.
Frankly, that's ludicrous.
I never said that. What I said is that he still has an obligation to control himself. You just said earlier in the conversation, you said you have man law.
That's right.
I agree. He does have an obligation to control himself, but you making it seem as if the man just out of nowhere just beat on the girl for no reason. Like, he just hit a switch just went off, and he just, I'm finna take off on this girl. It was a cause. It was probably how you say that? Probable cause to this situation occurring the way it did.
Man, so that means you have an obligation to conduct yourself in a certain way, because guess what? You wouldn't survive very long in the terrain doing that, because I know if I said something to that guy, I know he wouldn't do that to me.
No, you don't. He might have scraped you up exactly the same way.
No,
I've been around young boys his age. He'd have probably scrapped you up probably sooner than he scrapped her up.
My brother.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
Let me tell you something.
I lived in Philly. I lived in Baltimore. Them young boys give zero F's about you. Oh, they see that gray hair. They just think you easy work.
Very true. And they could be very, very much mistaken. Like a lot of people.
Yeah, they might be mistaken, but they ain't going to hesitate on you.
Yeah, but guess what? That girl got up and walked away. I guarantee.
Right.
I
Right.
that mean he's not that effective.
No, I don't think he was trying to take her out. If he wanted to take her out, he could have took her out. But here's the question:
he delivered a lot, and nothing happened. That means
we're coming from two different pieces.
I want to correct you on something. That for me, if he let off on me, that same guy, it'd be dearly beloved. You understand? Because I already know he don't have what it takes to deal with somebody like me.
Okay.
And
the discussion is not can he put you down?
Right. He making it about
going
himself.
back to the core of the discussion, when I say I'm talking about ideas within a system, it seems as though you're trying to relate to that, but you don't know the system of ideas I'm referring to.
No, you said he likely would have scraped me up, and I said that wouldn't have happened.
Hey, don't take it personally.
Oh, absolutely. I truly believe he would have.
He would have scraped me.
As soon as he had that situation, like whenever you.
He taking this personal. We talking about the mentality here. We talking about the mentality of this young man just taking off and being able to control himself. Don't make it about yourself. Well, oh, you said you think you could beat me up? Like, bro, you getting sidetracked in front of principle or the main topic right now, bro. Get out your feelings.
You would have inflamed him. He would have behaved in the exact same way, except he would have went harder because you're a bigger threat. I think you're suggesting that he would not have fired on you. He would have fired on you.
No, one, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have. Because, again,
have you been around young black men today? You think that they're scared of you?
I have two sons, but I'm very familiar in all circumstances. So I've been in challenged environments all the time. Like you say, you're in Philly. I'm from Brooklyn. I've been in Philly. I got homies in every inner city on the underworld.
That's why I'm perplexed. Like you think, listen, I've been a teacher in Baltimore, Maryland. The kids will fight me.
Baltimore too. Yeah,
the kids will fight me. I got all the love for them. I've been with them 365 damn near and do programs on the weekends. And the kids will fight me
before I get there. Much of it you could stop before it gets there.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about
is resolve conflict.
Yes, and the point is we're putting you as a man in the position of that female who said something intentionally to inflame him.
Right,
and my point is that whether it's you, his own father, someone he respects, with low impulse control and him being the kind of young man I surmise he is, it doesn't matter if it was a woman, a man, a small person, a big person, a senior citizen, he's going to tee off because that's the kind of character he is.
Right. Understood. And that's understood.
And let's stay
right.
there.
But you saying she wanted that. And you saying, you said it was wrong for her father to give him that act right. And it's not wrong. Her father should.
We can address that piece, but can we stay on the first piece first? We're going to get to that piece, but let's stay on the first piece because I sadly find that a lot of folks are liberal. This is a liberal perspective you're giving. It's a chiefly white perspective, and black folks, especially in ghettos, we grow up with something a little more close to the law of the jungle, Hammurabi's code, and the idea is. If you open your mouth, you might convince someone else to shut it for you. And there's no doubt that she was trying to do this because we can tell by his direct reaction to what she said. And number two, she set up a camera in advance and it was a phone. So a phone can only record so long. So she planned to say something to draw out this reaction. So the fact that you're pretending as though she did not orchestrate this situation, this only removes responsibility from her. And this is a classic thing that we
he taking away all her accountability as if she's not the problem at all. Like she's just this innocent young girl. Like she has a lot of I would say it's 50-50. Like she's the reason this situation even occurred. And come on now, it's like, why would you even set up a camera and not knowing what the conclusion of this situation is going to be? Like she knew what the outcome of this situation was going to be. She set up the camera for a reason. So you cannot take away her accountability out of this situation. To me, this is a 50-50 situation right here.
Observe across all the racial demographics, primarily among males who are weak, is that you sympathize overly with the female due to a subconscious drive to have to be nice to procreate with the female. And so what's happening is you're misstating, whether due to subconscious or conscious drivers, the reason that she did that. She did want to be whooped. And also, if you actually did grow up in a ghetto, and I don't know if you did or didn't, if you ever observe a woman who's a blade runner or a street stroller, and she works as a woman of the night, you know, many of them end up having to get a pee whooping, and they want that because they're so dysfunctional that that is a component of how they understand affection, because they were raised by an unruly, aggressive single mother who only gave them attention when they were awake. You made me leave my job to come down to this school.
She just talks.
And that's when the girl gets her attention. Some of them desire and drive the whooping.
She talks.
They drive it.
I'm gonna venture to say that you've never been a streetwalker. I know that.
No, I've never been a streetwalker. That's
so correct. You cannot presume how they feel. All right, that's number one. Number two.
Can you tell me if I've been around them? Can you tell me?
I can't.
Can you tell me what my family comes from?
I can't tell you any of that. That's why I won't be. I won't be.
So that's why I'm speaking from my experience.
What I'm saying is, but we're not talking about singular. We're talking about systems. Isn't that what you said?
That's correct. But right now we're talking about the individual female and why she decided to behave this way. And I gave you an example to highlight this mentality.
Let me give you another example. Let me give you another example.
Of how you know she didn't want the whooping?
No, because if somebody, I'm saying, listen, whether she wanted it or not, we don't know. I was talking about the fact.
No, you said she didn't want the whooping.
I said
you said she didn't.
I said I don't believe it. I don't believe that she wanted it. But my comment was based on you saying that. I don't think.
Well, what was she turning the video on to capture?
Maybe she was getting her behind whipped numerous times. Maybe she needed somebody to believe her, and maybe she needed that.
So what was she trying to capture on the video?
Huh?
What was she trying to capture on the video?
Maybe activity, his behavior, just in case, precautionary.
What?
So is that not probable cause? If she knows the outcome of the situation, then she know how to provoke the situation. She knew. I don't see where this man coming from. Like, she knew what the conclusion of this situation was going to be.
Which behavior?
Huh?
Which behavior was she trying to capture?
Some sort of reaction. Maybe he's abusive.
What kind of reaction?
Clearly he's abusive. Huh?
What kind of reaction?
Something with aggression. Something with aggression.
Like beating, for example, right?
Maybe.
Come on, you got to be more. You got to be more straightforward than that. What do you mean? Maybe?
I'm very straight. That's why I'm asking you a question. I'm trying to walk down the line and say, whoa, we can't say something like that woman wanted that beating. And if you
what I'm using is the evidence. I'm using the evidence of people don't record themselves covertly on a cellular phone camera unless they're trying to bust someone in the act of something. Right. So what I'm saying is that it's very clear what she busted him in the act of.
Because you do
so what are you proposing that she was trying to bust him in the act of?
Well, you do wrong things under the cover of night where people don't see it. Now she was probably exposing it. Like, look.
What is it? What is it?
His behavior. His dangerous behavior.
What is the behavior?
It's like
that he's abusive in some
physically
capacity.
Abusive, right? Physically abusive, correct?
Or mentally. Well, I don't know where I don't know.
It's like he answering a question, but just don't want to hold her accountable at all.
You could be correct in that, but I don't think that a woman just saying, yeah, I want to be whooped. Because if she wanted to be whooped, why go call up her father and her brother?
Because she is a demon who creates greater drama. And this goes back from before biblical times to today.
Said it's not right. You said it's not right for him to catch what he caught. Is he not a demon? That's correct.
So he is a demon. They're both demons. Exactly. They're both demons.
Then it's right to get that work. In a formula of mathematics, two negatives can make a positive.
No.
Negative times a negative
absolutely
makes
not.
A positive.
Because it had nothing to do with the father and the brother, because it was a recurring situation within the frame of their relationship.
You have children?
Within the frame. I don't discuss family in public.
Okay. So I do. I have children and I got nieces.
You can ask me the question. You can ask me your question hypothetically. Okay. I guess you're going to do the most basic thing, which is what women say. They say, if you had a daughter, how would you feel if this happened to your daughter? Is that your question?
If you had a daughter and you saw that,
yes,
and you saw that, What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm just going to ask.
Allow me to answer the question?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, and I also I'll take it one step further as well, to say if my daughter came back and she said someone RAPED'd her at a party, I'll give you that one too.
Right.
Because this is predictable questioning from liberal white women. So the first thing, if I observe that from my daughter, my first question would be, why did you set up a video camera? That'd be my first question. Why did you set up this video camera? Did you know that this was going to happen? And if she told the truth, she'd say, yeah, I did know this was going to happen. Then I would say, well, why would you set yourself up to have this experience?
Situation? Right.
That's mentally ill.
Right.
I haven't raised you like that.
Right.
You're never to see this guy again. And if you do see him again, you're out of my house. Full stop. You're out of my house because you're my responsibility. If you ever see him again, you're out of my house and you can go be under his household. Full stop. Okay. So would I go do something to this young man? Absolutely not. Okay, because it doesn't make any sense, because I raised up my daughter to make good decisions and, most importantly, to bring every boy to me for me to make the call. So if she didn't bring him to me for me to make the call, she made her own decision. Hypothetically. She didn't follow instructions.
Hold on.
All right, so I gotta say, I gotta agree, because you cannot have a situation where you have an unruly child and they go about making decisions for themselves, and then now the decisions that they chose, you have to be the person to deal with the repercussions. It's like she's setting you up for failure in a sense. You get what I'm saying? So just that mentality to, hey, you know your behavior, you know how you should be behaving. Like, if you moving in that direction, here's the consequences and here's what it's going to be. So if you want to either follow these rules or go that route, you got your decision to make, you got your choice, rather than put me as a father in a situation to now either end up in jail or just crash out. You get what I'm saying? So before I crash out, let's take some preventative calls to make sure this situation is handled the correct way.
Head to destruction. That's correct. So
having children, hold on, let me interrupt and I'll let you get back to it. So having children, one, sometimes they don't always follow instruction. Number two, everything is not a hypothetical situation. I said, if you saw that video, then you would be asking. So that man exhibited irrational behavior, because to me, there was perfectly rational. Nah, it's to me right there. There's nothing.
Are you saying there's no reason to bust a woman in her mouth? Are you saying there's never a reason to bust her in her mouth?
I'm saying there's a reason to hit anybody. There's a reason to hit anybody. If you attacking my mom, yes, there's a reason to hit anybody. If you attacking my mom or somebody defenseless, whatever, I don't care who you are. I understand that. But what I am saying is this. That man clearly acted irrational because he was not in danger.
Is it irrational?
Yes, it's irrational. That was irrational.
He might have his own rationale. See, you just because you don't agree with it doesn't mean it's not rational.
Right. To me, it's irrational. And for me, irrational can be met with irrationale.
So it's funny how he can dissect the mental of the man, but he can't dissect the mental of this woman.
The balance to oppression is revolution. They're both bloody. They both could be bloody. They both could be irrational, but one is damn sure is a solution for the other. Okay. You know what I mean? So for me, no way, shape, or form, any woman or defenseless person in my surroundings is going to bring a situation like that to me without being dealt with. And that goes for me, my brothers, my fathers, and all the other cats that I have around me. And we have a particular philosophy.
So now you put yourself in a situation of either moving off of logic or moving off of emotions and feelings. And if I had to say, most of the time when you just moving off of emotions and feelings, it's not the right decision.
No, because we need to eliminate viruses like him too. I'm not saying she's without fault. I don't know what that woman did. But I'm saying
That's why your number one issue should be like, where did I fail in raising my daughter? Because what she's about to do is now she's leading you. So now you're following after a female. You're no longer the leader. The female's the leader, and you're following after her, and she's about to cause you to crash out and take a breadwinner and a protector out of the family to protect everyone else.
Do you know what she did? You don't know what she did.
Elaborate.
Do you think? And I'm saying we don't know what happened.
Yes, I do know what she did within the video. Within the video, it's very clear that she said something that was foul, and whatever foul thing she said caused him to react and put a whooping on her. And then
or maybe he's mentally, or maybe he's just an unstable dude.
1 second. He may be. That's fine. But she knew what she was doing. So she knew what button she was pressing to get a specific reaction. It's very clear for those who are honest. And then the second thing she did is she then brought that information to her brother and or father so that they could then take physical action. And it made it very clear that her brother and father are probably not the best leaders, because if they were, she would have never been in that situation. Number one.
Know that.
Yes, I do. Number one, she would have never been in the situation. Number two, hold on 1 second. And then number two, they would have brought it to the courts and had it properly dealt with. Because in fact, she had what you would call evidence. She literally had evidence. So why not take it to the courts?
I could tell you firsthand, the courts are filled. I'm not even filled. These cases get dismissed. Domestic violence is one of the biggest.
So you're telling me if they bring a court case with video footage is going to get dismissed?
Yes, it happens all the time. This is a fact. This is
then why didn't she do it?
Across the board. They did what they were supposed to do. They did what they're supposed to do. You know, listen.
I don't know. I get it. But if it's not for the right cause, then I don't think that type of action is necessary. Now, if it was a situation to where it's just random and this dude just teed off on my sibling, on my daughter, or whoever it is, okay, yeah, I think is some type of repercussion involved. Like, okay, yeah, we got to retaliate. But if I knew the situation was provoked, you got to think about it from the sense like, now you put me in a situation to retaliate, and I don't know what this man response is going to be on the back end. He done got jumped by me and my son or whoever. Now this man might come back looking to kill. It's just a revolving door of chaos that could have been stopped, or could have been, you know what I'm saying, simmered down from the jump.
If somebody comes and they put their hands on you, Marquette, are you going for it?
That's a totally different situation.
Right. No, it's not, because you're able to. I saw your video. I see you with the jump rope and you acted.
A totally different situation.
Nah, listen. If you said something to this man, to a man, and he hooked off on you in that capacity, you would defend yourself. I really believe that you would.
That's correct. Right? But I would never take the word of a female. I would never take the word of a female at face value, because they're not fundamentally honest, integrity-filled beings.
Well,
I would never do that. They're not reliable.
That has nothing to do with his reaction. His reaction.
So you are what I call a male feminist. So you're a male feminist, right?
Sometimes I am.
Yes, you're a male feminist.
Sometimes I am, bro.
That mentality.
I love women. I'm cool with that.
No, you're a male feminist, and that mentality is exactly
what that is.
Eradicate, because it's
explain what
is emotional as the female.
I said
I'm not emotional.
That's very detrimental.
Yes, you are, bro.
Emotional
reaction to it
was.
No, yes, he was emotional. He probably was emotional. There's no doubt about that. Either he was,
and I think your comment was emotional when you said she wanted to get whipped and it was wrong for her father.
Wanted to get whooped. She definitely wanted to get whooped, and it's very common among. I wouldn't say common, but there's a significant portion of Black women who want to get whooped. You can observe it in the behavior that they try to draw it out.
Listen, when someone is raised or in a cage, let's say a cage, or some confinement. Yes, many are. Some hold on, proverbial cage. Let me explain something to you. When something, any living thing, is raised in confinement or in a cage, whether it be proverbial or otherwise, right? They will grow with some sort of deformities. It's very easy to point
This
It's
is what
very
women
easy.
always do. They want to go through their history. The history is.
But you don't see. You're not talking to a woman.
You're
right
about
now.
to bring up slavery pretty soon. I can tell. You're gonna bring up slavery.
You're not talking about that, and you're not talking to a woman right now. So we leave that totally off the table. Right?
No, we can't leave it totally off the table because your ideology and your thinking is effeminate. It's that of a liberal white woman.
No, it's
and that's
not.
Precisely why. If you actually believed in equality, you would have said, okay, so if
I don't
equal,
believe
man and woman.
I don't believe in equality. I believe in balance.
You don't believe in equality.
No, I believe in balance.
Well, hold on. Equality and balance. Is that not down there the same thing? Equality and balance?
Why would I believe in equality? You think I'm equal? Me and you are not equal. You don't know what I've been through.
Well, it doesn't matter what you've been through. It matters what you are right now. That's the measures. What are you right now?
The only similarities are that we're both males. That's the only similarities. You don't know much about what I've come to be, and I don't know much about what you've come to be. I respect it. This is why we're in this dialogue. I respect it totally. But I will not, I never say anything about equality. I'm not on that. I'm simply saying that there's a reason why she went to her father and her brother. I don't know what that reason is.
To drive further evil and further violence. You see,
to create more toxicity.
Here's the simple thing.
So you think that dude should be now?
If you fundamentally look at physical altercation as a bad thing to be avoided, the most logical first step is to ask yourself, why did this female go back into the midst of a man that she knows to be abusive? That was step one. And in going in within this ism, we always say go to the root. And so in the root, if you could prevent her from voluntarily going back into a bad situation, she would have never got punched up in that video. Her brother and father would have never punched up old boy. And her brother and father would not have been incriminated on a video that'll cause them both to go get locked up. So you see that female's sick behavior and thinking has caused a whole set of dominoes to fall down in a negative way that creates another cycle of black men being incarcerated. And that's why when you think in terms of systems, it makes perfect sense. And she was at the heart of the evil situation that unfolded. Now, does that absolve the young man of his poor behavior? Absolutely not. Clearly has poor behavior that should be dealt with.
But that was my comment. That was my initial comment.
Yes, and that's my point, is that your thinking is inferior because your thinking does not, go to the root of the issue, number one, and then number two, your thinking is what allows the cycle of black men being incarcerated, largely because of female mischief.
So this got me thinking about a situation where, say, right, you with your girl, and it's a group of guys, and your girl decide to sell out to the group of guys, and it's like, what do you do in that situation? She's mainly the cause of that situation. Like, come on now, you didn't have to take it this far with these group of guys. Now you put us in a situation to where I gotta make a decision to defend you against these group of guys. Like, it's just all toxicity, like, because of your actions and how you want to man up to this man. You get what I'm saying? Like, she has to know or hold the majority of the accountability in that situation, not to provoke it for it to go crazy. Cause now it's like, damn, if I run, you gonna be stuck with these dudes. Now, I defend you. Like, how I'm gonna defend all these dudes? Now we both looking crazy. You get what I'm saying? It's like she got it. I don't know. It's just toxicity. Like, she has to take some accountability in that situation, and he's not putting it on her at all. Like, he's neglecting her. Like, she's not the problem in this situation.
Well, if that was my thinking, then I would be in that kind of trouble. Right? If I wasn't a thinker, or if I wasn't a problem solver. So you're wrong there. Number two, my comment was based on. No,
we just talked about a situation. Your thinking is the thinking that would have led to that conflict, which leads to jail. These guys are on video assaulting someone.
I mean, the way they handled it was the way they handled it. That's their justice. I can't be mad at that.
And their daughter recorded the evidence for the courts.
Would I have handled it that way? No, but he definitely would have got what he got coming to him. He would have caught everything.
Are you on here justifying what occurred? Yes. And that's
absolutely
you that you're thinking is inferior.
No, it's not. No, it's not, because I have an obligation to defend my family. Now, I can, again, we only could look at what possibly happened. Only thing we knew is that that guy lost his composure. He lost his self-control.
Why do you keep starting there? Start at the beginning. Start at the beginning. Start at the camera was set.
We don't know what the beginning, because that wasn't the first
Because
time.
you're being dishonest and emotional.
That wasn't the
You're
first
being
time.
dishonest and emotional.
Never.
One,
Never
you're
did,
lying
man.
and saying that wasn't the first time. We don't know, but I agree with you that presumably it was not the first time.
All right, then.
See?
So why bring that statement up?
there's what we can presume, and then there's what we know.
Marquette,
So
why bring
you're
that statement up?
presuming, you're presuming that it wasn't the first time. I think you're probably right on that. What we know is that she set up the camera. What we know is that she said something to inflame him.
Okay.
That's what we know. So
We know that- we know
you can
that he
1, 2,
wasn't in
3,
danger.
ABC it.
We know
Agree.
we
Agree.
know that she didn't hit him.
Correct. That's correct.
She did not hit him.
That's correct.
And in somebody who's an expert in combat, let me tell you something. If you engage me, you could be talking a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna set it off on you.
But that's you, bruh.
I'm gonna make sure that I'm positioned that you can't get it off on me, but I'm not gonna set it off on you.
How is that related to the fact that she said something inflammatory?
It does not
May
matter.
I give you an example?
Because he could have said something inflammatory back.
Sure. But here's the point.
He
The
chose
point is
to
not that he was
engage in
justified.
trying to hurt that woman.
Yes, he did. There's no doubt
right,
about that.
then.
We agree.
So then he
what you're
crossed the
missing,
line.
what you're having trouble acknowledging cognitively, your bias is that I'm pointing out to
My
you.
bias is that I'm an expert in combat.
No,
What?
has nothing to do with combat. Actually,
Yeah, it
This
has,
nothing to do
'cause
with combat.
It has
So
everything.
what I'm pointing out to you is the following:
Oh,
it's
man.
that if I'm a white guy and I walk up to a black man and I say the N word with the hard R, does he have the right to haul off on me? Well, legally speaking, no, he doesn't have the right. Should he haul off on me? No, probably not.
Okay.
Is there a likelihood he may haul off on me? Absolutely. Should I know that when I'm saying something like that? Yes. Is it within my control to choose what I say and know that I don't get to choose the reaction of other people? So if I say things that are inflammatory, the other person may react in a physical way.
Right.
We observe this all the time. So what I'm pointing out to you is that this female chose to say something that was inflammatory, and then she got the reaction, and it's a reaction that she calculated for. And that, my friend, is evil.
Okay. So let me explain. Let me volley this back to you.
Wait, are you going to address what I'm saying for you volley? Are you going to address what I actually said?
Listen.
Okay,
of
address the
course.
part about her choosing to say something inflammatory.
Yeah, but I don't know what she said.
Neither do I, but do you get the point that it was inflammatory? Can you admit that?
I can't admit anything. I didn't know
Run
what
away
she said.
from it.
But I can. So
He don't want to hold her accountable, man. Listen, man. At this point, we see he don't want to hold her accountable. I'm not saying that I'm not going to retaliate as far as defending my family members, especially a daughter. But the thing is, make it make sense. Because if I crash out, I'm crashing out. Like, that's it. You get what I'm saying? I'm already, in my mind, either one of us is finna be unalive or I'm gonna end up in jail. So for that to take place, make sure the reason behind it makes sense for me to go to that extent. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But if we can prevent that, make it make sense, go about this the logical way, rather than us being in our feelings and emotional, let's do it that route. You get what I'm saying? But if you made it this far in the video and you're not subscribed, man, why not hit that subscribe button? I'll leave the link down in the description if y'all want to continue watching the video. All that good stuff, man. Hit that like button. Y'all put the comments, notification bell. Oh, and tell a friend, tell a family member if they ever need a daily dose of some vibes. You know, they can come get it over here. And until next time, I'll